Hello guys, how are you guys doing today? Yes, officially welcome to the first live stream here on the new channel. Yes, all live streams are going to be done here on this channel instead of the other channel where I'm going to focus on shorter content. This channel will have my live streams, my shorts, occasionally other things to do with live streaming, so that we don't this is purely live streaming and shorts, right? So I can do whatever I want to do here in terms of live streaming. So occasionally you might find me just having a chat, right? We could talk about different things, whatever is a hot topic on the forums, or in terms of tactics or exploits, which I tried to do on the last show. Yes. Something's wrong. My left arm is becoming numb. Went to see a doctor today. Because I did a full physical a few weeks ago. Everything seems, he was like, physical came back perfect. So he's thinking that maybe, because since my mom passed away, right, like I haven't really slept very well for like 6 weeks. So he thinks it's fatigue. So I decided to fatigue myself out even more. I went to the gym for 2 hours. So, I mean, yeah, that's about it. How are you, man? Joe Mako? BK Ethan, welcome. The first few guys on the stream. Risky Pradana, Alfo, Osana Go, Joe Mako, Ray Marcus, BK Ethan. Welcome, guys. Everybody. Yeah, any new exploits? The white free kick. I did that on the last show. Guaranteed to score you a goal. 100%. It's not going to miss, man. It's like 100% guarantee you'll score. We set it up on the last show, and the issue with the white free kick, the indirect white free kick, is that you don't always get the indirect white free kick, right? So when you do, it's if you set it up correctly, you need a long shot specialist in your team. That's all. So what happens is that you play it short. Again, like I said many times, it's all the short routines that are going to get you goals. Short throw-ins, short corners, short indirect free kicks. Man, it just went in. It just went in like a bullet. And we saw it on the stream, right? The first time we had the free kick, we had the wrong player there. Right? So, and then I adjusted it. In the next game, I adjusted it by putting the right player there, and bang, the goal went in. That's all we needed. Yeah, and then on the last live stream, we also like focused on why certain set pieces, like sometimes when you set up short set corner routines, right, and they don't end up being short. So explain why as well, because we had our tactic that was that had one player not in the correct position. And it defaulted to something else. So that as well. So I explained that. So yeah. So that's what's going to happen on live streams. And then where I can, I'll turn them into shorter videos later. Yeah. But today, before we begin, let's talk about something that is so nice, man. What the hell is going on in England? Or rather in Europe? European Soccer League? What? We're going to have a European Super League? These clubs are getting greedier and greedier and greedier, man. It's terrible. I hate the idea. I mean, like, okay, how did these clubs become big, successful in the first place? On the back of fans, right? Through the various pyramids in their country. Spanish clubs had the advantage of government support. So the taxpayers' money help those clubs like Barcelona, Real Madrid get up to where they were, where they are. And then in the last 10 years, we've seen the emergence of foreign-owned clubs. I'm calling them like, even like, I will go as far as calling them government-linked companies. I mean, let's look at the Saudis. Let's look at the Dubai-owned clubs. These are all owned by investment holding companies from other countries, and their money comes from their citizens. So essentially, Dubai owns like Manchester City, right? or PSG. So these clubs stop being the clubs of the fans, so to speak. They now belong to the government-linked companies in overseas countries. So because these organizations exist to maximize profits for their own people. So now we've got a situation where we've got all these clubs now claiming COVID has done them under. So I'm assuming that clubs like Liverpool will be able to pay for their mascot now if they can have the European Super League. Or maybe now previously they couldn't have 24 scantily clad ladies as cheerleaders. Now they can only afford like maybe 4. So they need the European Super League. So where's the money going to come from for the European Super League to pay these clubs? Because naturally the clubs have to be paid to get into to go there, right? So they will come from television rights. So if all the television rights as well is a finite amount of money, countries can't Sky can't just go out there and say, hey, we're gonna pay 10 billion for television rights, and then where's the rest of the money gonna go? I'm sorry, we don't have any more money. So Premier League, we won't be taking the Premier League anymore. We'll take one show a week. So the Premier League money will drop. So according to the European Super League, whatever organization, money from there will be funneled into the pyramids themselves. My middle finger says there's no way that's going to happen. So this is just super rich clubs think, because this is the modern age, right, where you've got players being bigger than clubs, right? And then you got agents going around saying that I won't accept anything less than 1 million per week for a player's wages. It's just gone completely. It's just asinine right now. So I really am hoping there are 3 things I want to see happen. Because FIFA has come in and they've said they don't like the idea. All the European football federations say they don't like the idea. So there is concert here. The 2 major governments also saying they don't like it. I mean, not all the governments. The only government I know that stepped out is in UK. Right. The French haven't, to all intents and purposes, the French are pretty cool. They haven't said yes. Okay. So I'm hoping that as far as the English clubs are concerned, I agree with Gary Neville. They should be relegated. They should be taught. They should all be relegated down to the Championship, or maybe even League One. I don't give a flying fuck. Okay, go down to League One. Learn what it's like to struggle without the money, which all the other clubs are suffering from. I mean, all the other clubs are struggling financially, right? They're all struggling. So send them down, man. Okay, ban all the players who joined the Super League from being selected for the national teams. Because how do these players become big in the first place? What? Because I played for a really good club, therefore I'm the greatest player of all time. They all had to eventually go onto the world circuit, right? They had to be in the World Cup or become the Platini at the Euros. So yes, they shouldn't be allowed to join the national teams. So players should not be allowed to join the national teams. That's gonna kick. Sponsors are gonna get, hell, man. Yeah, so screw them all. I had a great weekend, man. Thanks for asking, Pete. Small club shirt today. I should have worn my Dundee jersey, right? I just wore Barcelona. I just it was lying on the chair somewhere. If Barcelona join, I'm gonna burn this fucking jersey, man. I am ashamed. I'm ashamed that Liverpool, okay, we are a blue collar team, right? We come from like shipyard, dockyards, okay? We are the working man's club. So I'm disappointed, man. I'm gonna be shit. And the thing is, okay, what impact will this have on Football Manager? This is interesting, because that means right now, if we get into, because do you know that the Indian Super League right now isn't part of the game? Right, there's an Indian Super League. It's not part of the game. You have to add this a database because right now Football Manager has been in existence for a long time, right? So all these clubs, especially like clubs like Manchester United, who have an issue with the club being in the game in the first place, they could turn around and say, You can't use any of our clubs or anything that looks like resembles any of our clubs closely, or even use this competition in your game. That could also happen. You'll probably stick to watching the Swedish league. Oh man, yeah man. But the Swedish league is not bad as well. Swedish football is respect, man. I respect Swedish football. Yeah, of course, money will come from all these buggers, man. I'm just pissed. Let me see if I can do it like this. Okay. Yo, man. All the guys who are here, the ones who are previously my mods, guess what? You're on the channel. I'm adding you guys as moderators. Thank you very much. Who's your favorite football coach? The one that just got fired. No, it's not my... I would say he's my favorite. I have a lot of respect for Jose Mourinho, right? But 6 last season, 7 this season. Are his coaching methods now a bit dated? Are they dated? We don't know. I don't know. Are they dated? Hey, the good news is you guys came to the stream before I get partnered. I'm not partnered here at all. I need to get another 500. So if you guys are on the stream right now and you haven't subscribed to the channel, go get your friends, hit the like button especially. Let's get this show out there. Once I can get to 1,000 subs, I can finally get myself partnered on this channel. But that's like minor. It's just, it should eventually happen. If it doesn't, I'll be very sad, man. Football is, yeah, man. How be a moderator? It's the guys from my Discord channel, and plus all these chaps who've known me for many years, like many years. Calamity is, me and Calamity go way back, man. To the first day I started the Patreon channel. Yeah, Calamity has been with me all the way. In fact, Calamity was long time already. Klopp will leave. Yeah, I think Klopp is gonna Klopp is pissed as well. Man, okay. I suspect as well, even the managers, right? Even the managers will get sanctioned. Because it's very possible, right, that this could be quite severe. Because now, and the audacity of the European Super League, because Champions League just announced that they're going to expand. I'm also a bit against the idea of expanding the Champions League, right? Because now you're going to sweat so many matches. So they want to expand the Champions League, which I was dead set against in the first place. And they timed the announcement because I get the argument on that side, because the argument is that there are way too many games for our players. You're treating us like whatever you want to treat us like. And so what the Champions League tried to do was make the existing Champions League a bit more like a Super League. That's what they tried to do, to make those clubs happy. But what these clubs did was they pre-announced their announcement before the Champions League was supposed to make the announcement today. Or was it next week? Yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of craziness happening. Do you plan to return? Yeah, I plan to return to my Sporting save. Definitely. This Wednesday I'm doing a training stream, so we're gonna look at Sporting. And then we're going to discuss training issues, because I think one or two of you on Discord had issues with training, right? Like jadedness for your players. After a while, you encounter that. I will explain how that happens and why that happens as well. Things can happen. Players let him down. Yeah, I guess so. To be honest with you, for Spurs, right, a bit disappointed with the players, and also, you got to ask questions about the depth of that Spurs team. But come on, this is a season where things aren't exactly normal. Players have to walk like quite a distance right now sometimes to play their games. They're not in the... there's all kinds of COVID restrictions in place. It's not the days of... We only watch the game on TV. We don't know what's happening behind the scenes, right? You have to do an Atletico Madrid 4-4-2. I'm just going to do a various 4-4-2s. I've done an Atletico Madrid 4-4-2 quite a few times, right? On stream, even on shows. Yeah, it's quite straightforward. I think players and fans are the only ones that can end this madness from Derek. Yeah, I think I don't. Okay, to some extent, players and fans, their hands are tied, right? Fans, what can we do, right? We there's very little that we can do as fans, except maybe put up a banner and then start a march. Even then, like what they did with Forest, even then there's only so much the fans can do. No, this is the time for the governments, for the football. Let's see whether FIFA and UEFA can FIFA and the European Club Association can see eye to eye. Because for a long time these two associations didn't get along as well. But right now there's a lot at stake. So because if this leads to a breakaway league, there's a lot of money that's going to just there's going to be a black hole for money, right? Funds that the clubs currently use to promote football in the pyramid for lower for other clubs, bailouts. Sometimes these clubs get cash to help them out as well. It might just go away. So with the new European Super League, I mean, 10 billion, that's what they anticipate the television revenue to be alone. Yeah. Mike Bassett 4-4. Everybody's looking at a 4-4-2. Side with oh yeah, guys. I'm gonna put a link up, right? Okay. Now there's a link I'm gonna put it on the chat because this is just not my. I mean, if you guys have a 4-4-2 that you want to share, you want me to take a look at, use the link and pop it in as well, because this is meant to be. Not just me this Monday streams are just not meant to be just me talking about creating a tactic. It's like pointless, right? So if you have a 4-4-2 that you've created and you want me to take a look, then yeah, fine. Bring it on board, man. This is a two-way street. This is you and me together walking down the road, checking out a bar together. We're going to a bar to have a drink and we're going to compare, the fizzle, the pop, the taste. Yeah, that's it. It's better than, you going to the bar by yourself, even drink by yourself, right? I don't know what's gone into me today. My wife thinks I'm a bit wacko right now. Because I've been fatigued. I mean, I haven't had a good night's sleep since my mom passed away. So I'm still trying to get over that, right? So it's taken a while. But I finally managed to get rested sleep last night for the first time in 6 weeks, where my heartbeat went down to about 49 beats per minute, which is the first time in a long bloody time. So that's good news. On what stream have you done a 4-4-2? I know I did the tactic. I can't remember. So, but right now, that's one of the reasons why we do a 4-4-2. If you have an Atletico Madrid tactic just put it up, man. Yeah. Exactly. If there was no COVID right now, right? What can fans do as fans? Right now, it's not a wrong time for us to protest, right? Because the clubs haven't left yet. So we can't protest by not watching the telly. That's out. Okay, what else can we do as fans? What's the other options that we have? Online petitions, that's one. That's the easiest one. Two, what else can we do? Sit in front of all the gift shops. All their gift shops, right? Do a protest outside all the club's gift shops. Because the gift shops don't have to... You take notice. That's one thing you can do. What else can fans do, man? Fans, I don't know, man. You're not allowed to protest because of COVID. I don't know how... We can't do group protests, can we? But what else can we do as fans? I mean, I don't know. I have absolutely no. It's because of COVID-19. I feel powerless as a fan because we can't. The easiest form is just public protest, right? But I think the fans should unite and just say. Hopefully, the football fans, their clubs, right? What they will do is they get together, do a petition, and not buy any season tickets next season. That's it. Because season tickets at clubs help so much in terms of revenue generation for these clubs, right? So the best message the fans can send out is they get together, And everybody just doesn't buy season tickets. The only problem with these kind of stupid season tickets is a lot of them are owned by foreigners and they're also owned by companies that sell them out. So yeah, you won't be able to get an accurate figure because I have a friend. He's Malaysian, right? He's got a box seat at Anfield, and he goes for these matches. There's a box seat at Anfield, and it's always empty. Piece of shit, idiot guy. Piece of shit. Can't stand him. I blame the Manchester. Yeah, I do. Same here. Ever since the Americans came in, right? They brought their crappy financial nonsense over, and they want to have no risk leagues. Exactly, they want to have no risk of relegation. We always want to be guaranteed money. Hey, Datma, how are you, man? You get hackers to hack the shit out of them. What's gonna happen is the hackers are gonna be sent to jail. No. Just stop buying. Don't buy any season tickets. That's the best thing you can do. Because season tickets will be open for sale next month, right? So all the fans can do is start a protest online, right? What's that? All the cop websites. Just go out there and start something like no more season tickets. We're not buying. So every person who's got a season ticket, just form a petition and just put your name down. Stand up and be counted, right? Not buying any more season tickets. It could be a big message that you send. That because these clubs apparently intend to take part in the Premier League still, but they won't take part in the Champions League, right? So they will still take part in the Premier League, and then midweek they'll play whatever games they want to play in the Super League. Yeah, support a non-league, right? No, the governments and football federations are going to back them up. Are going to back the clubs. Going to back the rest of the league up. But fans can't. It's surprising. I mean, look, if you take all the season ticket holders, that's going to send one big message. Yeah, there's a lot of. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, we're just talking about the Super League, man. There'll be enough fair weather fans to replace locals, maybe. But this we'll see. But I don't think they you got to send a message out. I'm in the club I'm in the faction that is totally against the Super League. I think it's but it's going to have a lot there's going to be a lot of I suspect, right, ripple effects after this, because it's going to affect us in terms of Football Manager as well. Send a couple of 442s. Okay, wow, we got 442s already. Let's see. Let me see how many files we got in the 442. Oh, we got 2. All right, that's cool. Okay, let's take a look, right? So I can start the stream anyway. So we got a few 442s. We got 4132, 442. What the heck is this, man? Like, sorry. Okay, I never mind. It's okay. I gotta wait for the download signal to come in. That's gonna take a while. Ooh, them arms are numb. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is I kind of wanted you guys to send in your save as well. Like, if you sent in your save, I could also use your save. Because the idea here of moving forward in the future is this, right? I'm going to use your save as well. I'm not going to use any of my saves. So it's going to be totally blind for me. Like, I go in there, I don't know what your team is like, kind of shit nonsense. I mean, after a while, it gets a bit challenging if your team is really, really like you come out and give me a really poor team. Of course, it'll be a challenge, but it'll be a fun challenge, I guess. I think Miles and SI are pulling their heads up because, for one other thing, I mean, they are in charge of the game, and they have to get the game ready for next season. So the format, I don't think is that big of a problem, because the format itself isn't so critical. Well, let me think. How many clubs? We got Serie A affected. We got a Premier League affected, right? I think it's only these two, right? Because I don't see. So it's those two leagues. So the fewer leagues are affected, the better, I guess. Remember, there's a link. The link is don't use the link that I put up is a dedicated link, guys. Right? I don't think any German or French clubs are gonna be involved. Okay, so I'm gonna download these two. All right. Okay, just coming out of that. Let me just sort things out here in the land of sort it out. Documents. Tactics. Wow, we had quite a number of tactics on the last stream. Oh, we got 1-4-4-2 here as well. So I'm gonna use that. Oh, my arm. Okay. All right. Okay, let's check out. Let's check this out. Right, so we got two tactics. Okay, first I'm gonna take a look at your tactics. Man, 4-4-2. We also have one more 4-4-2 here. Right, I think somewhere here there's a 4-4-2. I saw it just now. Is it this one? No, I've got to click on each and every one of them just to find out which one's a 4-4-2. So I saw the tactic number. 4-4-2 diamond. And we got another. We got this one as a folder. Let's see what this is. 4-4-2 diamond. Now that we'll have a look at this as well. Okay, this is a bulk basic from the thingamajig. Okay, I got another one here. And oops. And we have another one here. Okay, done. Okay, so we got a couple of 4-4-2s, right? Okay. So essentially what we're gonna do is, all right, ideally 4-4-2s are pretty straightforward, right? Should we send overseas? Yeah, if you want to send your save over, that'll be fun too. Yeah, don't worry. Just use the same link. Have your tactic inside the folder, right? Inside the game itself, right? Delete the rest. Don't give me all three tactics. Don't just give me the one with the 4-4-2. And send it over. Use the same link. Yeah, no worries. And then we'll just craft 4-4-2s along the way. All right. So that's the whole idea here. The idea here is not for me to I do only Fridays will be devoted to maybe a game that I play, like a match that I play. So Mondays I will look at this will be like we'll craft a tactic. There'll be a specific tactic that we'll do, like a 4-4-2 or 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-1, any tactic, right? And then how we will decide the tactic for the following show is by sticking around during the show itself right now, and then I'll open it to discussions midway through the show and ask you guys what the next week's tactic is going to be, and then you tell me what you guys will decide the tactic, right? And then that's the tactic for next week's show. That's how we'll do it. So it's going to be a two-way street. It's not just me talking randomly about jack shit and just stuff, right? So yeah. God Spurs! How are you, man? The moment I see his face, I know what to do. Guys, I think Juventus with their financial problems to join for sure. I don't think so. I don't think they're waiting for the other three clubs, a few more clubs to join, right? You suspect Juventus? I suspect not. I think Juventus are okay. If Juventus go and sanctions are applied to all the clubs, Juventus will suffer more. So the only clubs that are willing to jump in are the ones that have heavy financial backing right now, right? Look at the clubs: Manchester United, Arsenal, Liverpool, United, and City. These clubs, right? They've got a lot of money. Chelsea, all of them have got oodles of cash lying around, right? So these clubs are definitely going to be going in. AC Milan as well, Chinese backed club, right? So, are they? I think they are. So all these clubs are definitely financially secure. The one that's a bit shaky at the moment is Juventus. Juventus, Real Madrid, they're all very shaky at the moment. So will they go in? If they get sanctions applied to them and their players are not cannot be selected in the national teams, what if the managers, because what I would do if I was FIFA and the club associations, I'll just say, okay, I'm sorry, no player from any one of these clubs can be allowed into the national team. And what's going to happen then? Can you imagine Can you imagine players like Conte not being able to play for France? Or then you could your top if there was Didier Drogba, he can't play for his he can't play with his national team. So you can imagine the African players come for. Oh, it's gonna be huge, man, for this. So this is, I suspect, this is the punishment that's going to be levied out. It's going to be huge. It's going to be heavy. It's going to affect the clubs and the players and the sponsors and the agents as well. It's going to be a knock-on effect. This will be the best. If they do this, it's going to be even better than the clubs being relegated. And what in the world is going on, man? Yeah. Just submitted asymmetric. Yeah, okay, screw. Correct. Exactly, Max. Why the hell do we want to worry about the bloody top Champions League, right? We probably not. If Liverpool, no wonder Liverpool is going like, hey, man. Probably the owners came in and said, no, we're not spending so much money this season, so you're not going to get all the players that you want, all right? It's because you're holding the money back because next season we'll need it more when we go to the new Super League. Exactly, the lawyers are going to make the most money. Okay, so we got this 4-4-2 here, all right? Now, this is basically an asymmetric 4-1-3-2, right? Okay, now, the thing about the 4-4-2 generally is control the middle. That's the first rule of thumb, right? So if this is the first time you've joined the channel, please don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button. And then don't forget that you can, if you're coming in from Bust the Net on the other channel, thank you very much. And yes, let's look at this 4-4-2. Complete forward, advanced forward. This is when you see two attack duties in front. What does it mean? You want to be playing with, not this. You want to be playing with a lower line of engagement. See, the thing is this, right? When you play with two attack duties like this, they're going to be isolated when they're attacking, right? So a 4-4-2, there are two ways of setting a 4-4-2 up. You can, many ways, in fact. There are so many ways. You can play like Vinnie Jones and Wimbledon and the Crazy Gang and have like these compact layers of 4 and 4. And then all you do is you play with this low line of engagement, standard defensive line. Essentially, this is how you get your styles of football, by these two. This is where the style is created. And then because you've created compactness in your tactic, after that, all you do is you just go like, okay, fine. Two attack duties up front and maybe one attack duty on the wing. And that's how you create your Vinnie Jones, your Wimbledon kind of crazy tactics. So you're looking at Atletico Madrid, right? Same principle, because Atletico Madrid really plays with a 4-4-1-1, right? So theirs is about the same, compact, but theirs has some vertical movement in their tactic. So here, verticality from their tactic doesn't come from, what do I mean by verticality? Their ball goes like this, right? Ting, 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 on the sides and then goes up and then bang into the middle. Okay, so a tactic like that will be narrower because the width is, when you look at width, team width, right? The narrower you go, the more vertical your tactic uses what we call wall passes. That means they use the boys here, ding tong, and they go up the pitch, right? Whereas when you go really wide, you could see your tactic just depending on just getting the ball out to the flanks as quickly as they can and then dropping crosses. So narrow tactics tend to see more players getting, sometimes a narrow tactic with high fluidity, you can see lots of players in the transition. So yeah, then you have to think about shape as well. Like here, where's the bloody shape? There we go. Here, structured, right? When you are structured, you can depend on just the attacking duties to lead the attack. And then when you break away, these guys are the ones that are going to create most of the chances, right? Because the rest may not have enough time to join them. Look at your tempo, standard, pass it shorter. So you're depending on inverted winger to you're depending on this guy to go up and down. Oh. This guy's going to hold position. This guy's going to go up and down. Yeah, it's a bit. And then when you have a wing back on attack with a W or wide playmaker on attack, he's going to drive up the flank and then he's going to try and dribble and try and beat players. And then are you hoping for crosses? That's the question. If you're already hoping for a direct pass into the space here for these two players to latch onto, then perhaps this role should actually be a fullback on attack. Because then you might get a lot of early crosses from this player instead of him dribbling the ball and wasting it. Because the role dribbles more. Remember that. Because he dribbles more, your chances are you almost have to use this, dribble less. But why? But then he's still going to try and go down the bylines and do the cross, which is like, you'll be screaming at your player, can he cross early? Can he cross early? So what you're going to do is just going to put these players in, just going to play the next match. Right, so that's what we're going to do. So I just discuss the tactic, and then we'll go in and take a look at the tactic. Wait, hold on. Let's just holiday mode. Go on holiday to the next match. I'm not telling you what the results of these matches were because the ones preceding this, because I did a game changer episode, right? For this save, yeah. I don't think I think Jose Mourinho. Good question. I don't know where he's going to end up, but he's not. I don't know, a bit sad. Hey, Stefan, thanks for popping in the stream. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like button before you go away. Do you think LOE in high defensive line is okay? SS, it depends, right? Okay, do you see their fullbacks definitely get involved in a lot of their attacks? So definitely is at least high defensive line, right? But don't fall into that trap, right? That believes that defensive line must be defined. Because you can change your defensive line during the course of the match yourself. I mean, all teams do that in real life. Like, they've taken a goal. They tell their fullbacks, okay, now you don't have to grab the pitch as high as the bloody wingers anymore. That's it, right? So you can do that. You just drop your defensive line. I see a lot of people changing the roles and duties when you just have to just change the defensive line. That's it, simple. Yeah. So that's don't end up in that. Yeah, this tactic is a bit. Yeah, we have to look at the tactic. But here, once again, don't worry about sending your tactics, right? Okay, I'm not gonna go like, oh, it's a bad tactic. No, there's no point. Some tactics work even with good teams. So you want to make sure that the tactic is balanced. That's what we want to. That's our objective. And I don't know. We might play through, right, some of these matches with the tactic with different games to see what happens. Even if we fail, yeah, I know. I'm almost like wanting to say thank you, but I'm no longer a Liverpool fan. Seriously, maybe I'll just go and support Preston North End, or I'll have to adopt a new club. But it's so strange. I've been supporting Liverpool since I was like, I could say I could. How long have since I was 7 years old. I mean, I remember when I played football, right? I wanted to cop. One of the reasons why I was a winger when I was a kid, okay, was because of Steve Highway. I mean, a lot of these things, right? I've done because I was influenced by them, right? Okay, so we'll save the game now. People are learning, though. Yeah. Yeah, come on, Rocky. We don't live to the show. This channel does not condemn people's tactics, right? We don't do that here. Okay, if we do, then the idea here is to get better as a team, right? All of us get better together. Now, I'm not gonna sit out here and say if this was a very good team, but this DM, right? If this DM has a lot going for him, that means he's like, positioning is the king. He's great in everything. So let's focus on this guy and see whether we can take more risks, shoot less often. If you're gonna take more risks and shoot less often, why are you playing with DM? But we can play with other roles as well. Okay, we're gonna find somebody who is really solid but doesn't. Okay, positioning 15, anticipation 14, acceleration 15. Mentals are pretty strong. Passing vision is good. Boost ball, avoids use of refrains from taking long shots. That's not too bad. Moves ball, he could potentially be sitting in this position. Okay, that's one option. Okay, who else have we got? Satori. No, I don't think you can. what we're going to do is just going to remove all these players and just look at the DMs, right? Okay, wow. There's a lot of players who can play as DMs. Let's look at central. Okay, done. And unavailable, done. So that's... I actually like this guy. Nicole Ayoga. Tries killer balls. He would be actually my first choice. Because you know why he's my first choice? His anticipation is 17. He will be my first choice as a DM in every game. Because this guy's anticipation is genuinely phenomenal. His reading of the game is just there as the best. You want Adelos going to host it and Ten Hag from just got the measure of the year. You want everything and Ten Hag got the best, man. Who was the best regen player you ever got in a save? Can be from any FM year. Whoa. It was last year. Nicolo, what's his name? Nicolo. Oh shit, I forgot his name, man. The player I got into, we were live streaming, right? That was my favorite player. The winger that was in my AC Milan team. That was the best I've ever had. And everything was perfect with him. We just did really well with his development. He ended up being, the best ever. Okay. All right, so this second position, we're not going to use Castro Valley because I think gets forward whenever possible. So we don't want this guy to get this role, right? It's a whole position role. But when you have gets forward whenever possible, it gets very, 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 very problematic. Runs the ball often, that's dribbles more, okay? So we're going to put him here. We just have to worry about his runs with ball. Okay, Vignato. We don't want this kind of a player. We want somebody who can play the pass. Right, so another player who can play the pass. He can also get forward, move into that's fine. We can now put him here. He's just gonna cry a bit more. That's all. Castrovidi. Boost into channels, gets forward whenever possible. And what about his use outside of foot? Okay, outside of foot means right. He's gonna pop his ball is gonna go like this. Right, okay, like the inverted winger kind of pass. Okay, Scoff. There's no way I'm not playing with Scoff. Scoff, I don't care. I'm just definitely playing with Scoff. All right. So the guy in the middle is going to be this guy. Done. Okay. Now we got our defenders, right? So we chosen what I think could be the two best players in this one. Okay. So now we've got Tomiyasu, 14. Okay, that's fine. Bogade 14. Actually, he's got better defenders, right? I like this kid, man. Bella Kotchap. Okay, he's got a right foot and a left foot. That's why dive into tackles. Okay, this guy is gonna be. Which is the weaker flank? This is the time when I go I see these two players, right? I want to get one player just pinging the balls up. So let's find a player who's got the ability or the desire to, hoof them balls up. Yeah. This is Furlan Mendy Zach. Who the hell is this guy? Man, this guy is poor. Kiki. He can play on the right and the left. He's got either foot. Okay. All right, we go with these players. Noah Catterback. Okay, you come here. All right. Not good enough. All right, we can try with these guys and see what happens. Right. Okay. All right. Okay. Goalkeeper. Wait. There's no goalkeeper in this team. I don't know why there was no goalkeeper. Why no goalkeeper showed up? Oh, then Belotti and Camara. Okay, that's fine. Advanced forward. The first thing I look for is acceleration. Okay. Yeah, let's save the thing first. Don't think it's Nianzou. Yeah, I put Nianzou as DM. Because I wanted to pick the other player first. I wanted this guy, but he's not available. He's injured. Where is he? Then he's supposed to be rested. Needs a rest. I mean, we can have him on the bench. Because he's definitely the best of the best. This guy is just stands out as the best player I've ever seen as a DM in this game. The best player I've ever seen, man. I mean, if I have him as a DM, right, I will literally build a team around him. He is a superstar in the making. Because the thing about this game is you get such a high payout for players that have a DMs, right, with anticipation. Very high payout. Because you don't need them to tackle. They read the game, right? And they have the acceleration, they come and cover. All right. So let's look at this first tactic. All right. Now we come in here because we got to drop. This is my game. All right. We will see the 2D classic. Yes. I had a few things happen to my game last couple of weeks. Let's drop this. Go back in here. Don't you like it when you create a skin, or rather when you combine elements of a skin and you get something like this? All right, so we got comprehensive, we got everything ready. TV is fine. Okay, let's go. So first thing I look for is all your players. First highlight is us. I'm gonna just spend most of our time looking at these two players, right? So we're gonna spend our time looking at these two players. I mean, if you have the right DM, you should be fine with this tactic. But I would probably go and look for, if your DM is very, very good, you should have no problem. So we're not going to look at set pieces. I've done enough shows on set pieces, or rather enough streams where I spend so much time on set pieces. I'll just say that set piece is shite. Okay. That set piece is a complete waste of time. Yeah. Set pieces are a very big part of this game. So you have to get them right. And that was not a good set piece. Because you did the first rule of your set pieces is making sure that you keep the ball. All right. Why did that player lose the ball? All right. That's the question we have to ask. Okay. The other thing I want to notice is there's a high line of engagement, right? Okay. It pays to have a high line of engagement because you're gonna ideally you want standard, right? Or you want a higher standard line of engagement, or deeper in a 4-4-2, then you hit a lot of teams on the break. But because you only have one holding player and a DM, so I'm more interested to see your transitions, because we could definitely drop the line of engagement and hope to see whether it works. Because I'm worried about if I drop the line of engagement too much, then you could end up conceding goals because you're not controlling. So the transitions so far don't look half bad. Most of your build up from the back, you're leading to shots, right? See what is happening here with the fullback. The DM here, he's holding his position really well. He's reading the game. He has a lot of passing options. So he has a lot of options. So yeah, is the DLP. Yeah, so far it's not looking half bad. Okay, first change I'm gonna make, right, for this tactic. I'm gonna introduce changes very slowly. Okay, first up, I'm gonna do low crosses. Secondly, I'm gonna tell him to dribble less. Okay, there's a focus and an overlap on this flank, right? So he's already injured. So since I have to play the next game. I'm gonna replace him, but I'm not gonna use him as a wingback anymore. I'm just gonna use him as a fullback on attack. Okay, so he's gonna go around, and I'm also gonna tell him to cross aim far post. Okay, this allows us to hit the ball into this space. This complete forward might be able to latch onto it. 2, I'm gonna make the passing standard now. Okay, roll it out, counter, no point. Just leave it like this and distribute like this. Now the only other thing is this. I won't make this last change, right? The wide playmaker is not a bad option only if he has got support next to him. Okay, cool. Oh my goodness, almost got a goal there. Nice. I like this short set piece. That's a very nice short set piece. I think you tried setting both sides set pieces short. I think the other side is probably got to do with the fact that maybe the wrong one. Okay, attack left, right. Yeah, I think it's got to do with the selection of players. MCR standard. Yeah, this is standard. This is mine. Yeah, this is okay. Defend. This is wrong though, right? You don't have to do this. This guy is actually not needed. So what you can do is do it like that. You can put the DR here, DL here. So it's when the ball is coming from this side, you want this guy marking this here. I mean, I would change a few things too, but this I'm being lazy right now. Let me make this. This is possible. This is one way of doing it, right? So defend one side, and then the other. This is the easiest way of setting it up, right? You don't have. There's not too much work to do. It can definitely still work. It's very defensive, but your problem with this is too many players are close to the line. If your keeper has got very good air reach, this guy is not needed, right? So this is not needed. So always check your keeper's aerial reach. If his aerial reach and command of area is excellent, right? And by excellent, I mean anything above 15, then you don't need it. But you notice his aerial reach is only 11, command area is 14. So aerial reach is not fantastic. So putting a player there is not a bad move. Okay, cool, man. You can't seem to install the match screen mod. Okay, the match screen mod. I tell you what. I'm just gonna. Nice. Michael Murray's skin, right? But if you guys are having problems with the skin, what I'm gonna do is this. Alright, I'm just gonna make it available for all of you guys. Okay, hold on. Sports Interactive. Let me find my skin. Skins, base dark, copy. What I'm gonna do now is I have to. How do I do this, right? I think I gotta copy the config file as well. No, I don't have to copy the config file. Okay, so we're gonna copy this. I'm gonna put it on desktop. Is there anything here on the desktop that looks like a skin? This guy. Then I'm gonna delete this. I'll put it on another folder, another drive. Here? No, it doesn't have one. Okay, done. I'm gonna paste it here. Get done. Then we're gonna compress this. How do I compress shit? Compress, and don't add to archive. Right, that's it. Okay, all right. There we go. The 7Z file. Oh my goodness. I think I better use some other compression software. I think you guys should be able to open this anyway, right? Okay. I don't have any other compression software. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna take this, copy. Or rather, I'll just open Dropbox. All files. Let me get out of this. And then I will put it in the public folder. Since there's some issue with some of you not being able, because there are certain things you gotta do, right? Because you gotta match panels, right? And then you go to the mod, right? You got the mod itself has got two match panels inside there, right? So every time you open one mod, there's a match panel for that mod. Then for another mod, there's another match panel, right? What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take a file from inside that panel, the second panel, because they both go to the match panel. So you take only the files, you don't copy the whole thing. You take only the files and you overwrite them in the master skin, right? And then there's some inside the master skin that they have to decompress as well. I can understand why for some people doing that is a problem. So I'll just put it into the public folder so you guys have access to it. Okay, hold on. Let me just do it very quickly. I'll just have to find the public folder for you guys. I'll do it for the guys on Discord as well. I'll just create a new folder called skin. It's not my skin, so I won't be able to tell you Michael Murray's dark skin. Yeah, since you guys having with mods installed. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna have to add the file here. All right, we'll put it here. Done. Okay, I'm gonna share this link later. Hold on, give me a second while I put it into the other folder. for the Discord guys, so you guys can get it. Do. Excuse the little, it's taking some time thing. Create folder. Michael's mods is attached. Michael's skin. Okay. Done. Okay. All right. Done. Okay. So. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna share the link with you guys now. So you guys, it's already in the folder anyway. You got a Dropbox folder. Just go there. But I'll give you the link in chat. Let me find the folder. I know for some of you it's been a problem, right? And for me as well, initially it was like, oh man, how do I do this? How do I? Then I was sitting down going, well, it's got to be this, right? And then I'm like, okay, all right. Now it's a 7-zip file. I'm sure you can open it with any of the, but 7-zip is also a free. You can download it. It's a free compressor, whatever you want to call it. Decompression software. Copy link. I'll put it in chat so you guys can have it. Dung. Where's the live stream? Okay. Hey man, Kostis, how are you? All right. So that's the link. It'll take you straight to the. That will take you straight to the skin, man. Yep. Well, just so you can download it directly. Yeah. I hope it works. But other than that, I can't help you after that. I can't. Don't ask me how can I change skin color or this or that. I can't do that for you guys. So I'm looking at the tactics. So far we've been controlling play quite well. The DM hasn't gone into trouble. He has had a very good game. So it was a question of getting this guy right. Right? Look at his positioning. Look at that. He's done the right thing. The position is good. Look at where he is. Right, so it closes down. The only problem is, of course, the flanks at the moment. Yeah. Bang. Yep. 4-4-2 is all about getting your players right. Now we're using a fullback instead of wing back. Look at how restrained he is. Now the playmaker's got support. He's got time and place. Ooh, that was a lovely cross. Back in here again. So he's going to have options down the flank, right? Both the fullbacks are going to be... That's a low cut back. Yep. Okay. So was there anything wrong with this 4-4-2? As it stands, there's nothing wrong. You just need the players for it. So who was the most important player in this tactic? Was the fullback. The DM. But I only made 1 or 2 changes, right? The first change I made was I have dribble less because of the duties in front. They're gonna dribble a lot more, and then I have a problem with Castrovilli, right? So I already noticed he tried to do something, he lost the ball, and then secondly, I don't want the wing back as well taking too much of his doing too much. Now I want to go inside here and look at any PIs because you guys sometimes come with 100 million PIs. Take more risk, shoot less often. Okay. Now, question about this player. Well, I guess it can work. It's not at the end of the day. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, crossing far post is fine. Fullback or support, that's fine. Yeah, we can just keep this safe. This is like, this guy's just gonna ding balls. Now we've gone, we changed it like this. Okay, let's do something funnier, right? So let's just do this more direct. Okay, we're gonna keep things fairly narrow. We're gonna try and work the ball up the pitch. Okay, I am now just gonna drop this. We just want to experiment. The tactic right now works. Okay, we just want to try different things out to see what will happen. Now I'm just gonna take this guy and look at see what we're gonna try something different with him, right? So we're just gonna drop him down complete for support. Okay, so what's gonna happen now is we're going to invert a wing back that can work with this guy. If he gets the ball, he's gonna drop. This guy's gonna charge into the box. That's the idea here, right? But with a fullback on support, at least we know this flank is still a bit safe. The DLP on support is mandatory. You have to have a whole position kind of a role there. How do I rotate the attacking, defending, mentals, and the playmaking? You don't have to rotate anything. If you're using the complete training schedule, you don't have to change anything. You just use the shoot. You don't have to rotate. It's nothing. Yeah, I use the complete training schedule, right? I just use complete training schedule, playmaking schedule, complete training schedule, complete training. That's my typical month. I don't do any. You don't have to like go around and I have to do something for the attacking unit. Something. No, the schedule is very balanced, so you don't have to worry. Yeah, so you don't have to make it. That's the reason why I created the schedule, because I'm actually a very lazy person by nature. I look for the most efficient way of doing things all the time. I don't believe that. And FM was designed in such a way as well. There is going to be an efficient way of doing things in FM. 100%. There's always going to be an efficient way. Yep. There's nothing that this tactic. Yeah, now you look at the fullback. There's a slightly different dynamic in this tactic. It still works. Yo. So when you see a transition start from your own defense and it goes all the way into a shot on goal, it works. There's nothing wrong now. Yeah, now we can watch in 2D. So this is one of your tactics, right? It has nothing wrong with this tactic. We just score a second goal. It's just going to happen. The goal is going to come, and it came. Fullback. This is why use a fullback. Don't use a wingback. When you use a fullback, right, your wide playmaker is going to shine. When you use a wingback, your wide playmaker is going to die. That's all. How do I... So this 4-4-2 reminds me a bit of Arrigo Sacchi's Milan. Yeah, slightly like that as well. They had this control, right? And there are two attackers all the time. But it's slightly different in the sense that Arrigo Sacchi's Milan was different in the sense that they all came back and they all defended as well, right? So they had a low line, standard line of engagement and a high defensive line. So that's the only difference between the two. Now our line of engagement is what is it now? Standard. Oh, my arm's still numb. Oh, the wings are okay. As long as you have fullbacks, your wings are not exposed. So far, the fullbacks are doing okay. The only thing I was worried about this tactic was actually going to be the center, because most of the play is not involving the center. See what I mean? The only weakness in this tactic is the center. Right, because we allowed them to come at us, so we gotta go back to the higher line of engagement. And now I'm gonna use this and title marking. Only problem with, oh no. Remove the title marking. Whoa, where's the title marking? Remove it. With a gap that big, I don't want to use title marking. The only time I use title marking is when I have a narrow compression. If I have wide compression like that, I'll never use title marking. Yeah, his tactic is fine. There's always going to be some risks in a 4-4-2 because you want your fullbacks involved, right? And then the problem is if you have if you make it very, very fluid, like you put like support duties in midfield, which is also possible. You can also do that. Okay. Then your fullbacks become like, let's say a fullback on attack, one fullback on attack, one fullback on support. Then one side, your winger, your inverted wingers and support, that kind of thing. Then sometimes you don't get that structured counter attacks as well. So if we just change it, let's make a small tweak. Like I'll show you what I mean. Then I have to change this rule. Then I'll have to change this rule. Right? I have to use something else. But then that might open up the whole thing. Now, this guy is the one surging. This guy is dropping. This guy is holding position. Okay, we go back to his original complete attack. Two jokers attacking together. Instead of waiting for build-up play, we just put both of them into the attack. Am I going to get my vaccine? I'm in Malaysia, man. How to get my vaccine? I'm going to contact a director of hospital here, one of the hospital directors, and ask him for, pull a string for me. I have to go to Singapore to get my vaccine. Singapore, we can get vaccines now. But I don't want to go through another bloody 4 weeks of quarantine just to get a vaccine. I registered my entire family for the vaccine. Look, guys. Attack duties, right? 2 attack duties. That is the reason why this tactic is fine. See, we just had 2 more. I just switched it back to 2 attack duties. We score another goal. It is such a simple tactic. Now, why did we score goals here? Very simple. First, like Tomiyasu himself, this guy has got the traits for it. Tries long range passes. Okay, that's the first thing. The second reason is because we went here. More direct. Alright, dribble less, higher tempo. Slightly high, it wasn't even very high tempo. So that's sorted, we got another goal. Very simple. Okay, now we just take it off comprehensive, go to key. No, I don't key highlights. Let's go to extended highlights. It's been a long time since I made a 4-4-2, man. If your players don't have good position and aggression on the title marking, no. It's your players need marking, not aggression. They don't need aggression to be good tight markers. They need marking to be good tight markers. And they also need acceleration, anticipation. They need a lot of mental attributes as well. But the problem with tight marking is this, right? If you play an expansive tactic, meaning there's a higher line of engage. Let's give you an example. Standard defensive line and a much higher line of engage. That's very expensive, right? So you use tight marking, good luck to you. Because your players are just going to get skinned. They're going to open spaces up. So you don't want to do that. Easy. Look at this, our DM. Oh my goodness. Our DM wants to go and score a goal. That's because he's got this, right? The PI, take more risks. Shoot less often, yeah. I won't shoot from outside the box. I'll just make sure I get a chance inside the box. I'm going to dribble it all the way, right to the goal, and I'm going to take a shot. That's what he's just done. So you got to be careful, Ahmad. If you play with... if you use that as a reason how to use time marking, then you might be in trouble as well. Time marking is very simple. The gap. The bigger the gap, right? Between, that means there's a lot more space. Now, if your players don't have good acceleration and marking, what's going to happen is they're going to get skinned. So all your gaps open up. So you got a lot of big gaps on your pitch. This is the reason why the best compression in the game right now, the best way to play this game is middle block. And then you play tight marking and hard tackling, right? You got beautiful. It's so easy. But now this is not what I call a middle block system. This is a fairly it's fairly high. It's higher defensive line, high line. It's fairly expensive as well, right? So I wouldn't use tight marking here. Maybe get stuck in. So far, it's just smooth sailing for us without 4-4-2. This DM has been king, man. He has been the king all day long. He has had a very good game. The white player, would you recommend using tight marking when you use a compressed block looking to me? Yeah, definitely. Peter, if you want to create a low block or a middle block, if basically your idea here is to defend and then hit on the counter, use tight marking. Because in a low block, in a compressed block, you got so many players, right? So it won't be so bad. But don't go out there and go maximum pressing intensity. That's a bit silly. There we go. No problems at all. So even when they got the ball and they tried to exploit our flanks, the players just stepped up and they just did the thing that they know what they had to do. Show pitch vertically. Show pitch firstly. I better start rotating my players, man. Do it, whatever, you know. Okay, fine. Just so is this how do I rate this? This is a decent 4-4-2, right? Your DM is critical. This DM better have very good anticipation. It has to be a very good DM. Otherwise, you will run into trouble. So the rule of thumb in a 4-4-2 is this. For any 4-4-2 to work, your two defenders have to be very, very good. You're basically, the more attacking duties you unload on your 4-4-2, especially in the midfield and the attacking tier, then your anticipation, mentals all become important for your midfielders as well. So we got this guy. Let's see, right. We're gonna use somebody else, right? I don't know who you are. You can come and play. I've never used him before. I have no clue who he is. Subanov. Okay, whatever. Alright. Okay, done. I like this, Robert. I like this in this Alan save. I love Scoff, man. He's brilliant. White playmaker again. See where the fullback is? Guaranteed cross. That is why I like playing the white playmaker with the fullback, not with the wingback. Because with the white playmaker, and when you play white playmaker with a fullback, almost guaranteed crossing. So you always get a cross in the box. There we go. Again, the player who anticipated the breakaway was Nanzu. Do you have any tips on newly promoted teams to play? Play the 4-4-2 DM immediately. Right, go right off the bat, right? The tactic you want to use as a newly promoted side is a 4-4-2 with 2 DMs. Ideally, like a DM and a DM on support and a volante if it's the first time you're doing it. And then you can afford to put your 2 strikers on attack duty straight away. Then you put 2 strikers on attack duty, right? Now, you can create what is called a crossing heavy tactic. This is where I'll say use a white midfielder. White midfielder wingback with white midfielder on support. Then you get this really crunchy tactic that depends on crosses all day long. All day long from Sunday to Monday. The whole damn week, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. All you do is cross the ball into the box. Right? And it's all guaranteed crossing. So you get, and the beautiful thing about the tactic is you can change. So when you go wide, right, it gets like heavy crosses. If you go narrow, it becomes a bit more vertical tiki-taka, then it's nice. So yeah, play 4-4-2 DM. I guarantee you will stay up. 100%. There's no way you're gonna get relegated. So, is there anything about this tactic? This tactic, look at that, man, 3.41 XG. We were just shooting for fun. Defensively, not a problem. Right? Completely read the game. The boys did brilliantly. Right? So, yeah. So, is there anything? So, your 4-4-2 here, as it is, it's pretty good. I will just change the things. Like, remove this guy. Play like this. I don't understand why people want to throw roll in. Just let the keeper decide, right? Okay. Set pieces. There's only one thing about set pieces. Yeah, that's in fact, set pieces are fine most of the way, except for one side. There's something wrong on the one side. Probably down to my players I selected. Now here we change this role to fullback on attack. Okay. Just change it to fullback on attack. You get better bite for it. Okay. Whole tactic is fine now. Now what you do come here is change the passing to more direct or something like this. This is fine. You can always play the width. The width is fine. You want more crosses? Go for it. You want less? Go here. Dribble less. And you can do low. Okay, low or mix depends on what kind of players you have. If you got great players in the air, go mix. If you don't have great players in the air, go low. That's the rule of thumb. Okay? Don't bother with whipped unless you do a heavy underlapping tactic. The only time you use whip crosses is when you use underlapping. Okay, so mix for all situations where you have players who are great in the air. Floated crosses when you only have players who are good in the air. That means these guys aren't even fast, right? Floated, that's what you do. Okay, so this is if you have this, I feel sorry for you because the only way you're going to win games is by dinking this crosses into the box. Whip is when you use underlapping. Low is when you want to do cutbacks. So in majority of cases, if your boys can control the game for 90 minutes of high possession, you go for low. So this is the order in which you think of crossing. Other than that, this is it. This is not too bad. Okay, so we'll go to the next game. I like this 4-4-2. Not too bad. It was a bit, when I looked at it the first time, I was a bit concerned. I was like, oh, it's a bit it might be a bit leaky. It's very gutsy. But then I realized all I have to do is find the right DM, because you have a DLP as a hold. You see, use the DLP. If you had used any other role, we would have had an issue. The reason why the DLP worked is because he holds position. This is the reason why when you choose to, that tactic, right, would fail immediately if either one of those two players gets forward whenever possible. It will fail. So you can't have both of them having them, right? You can't even have one of them having them. So you don't want gets forward whenever possible, because what that will do is the DM on support is always going to get forward, because there is a lot of space in front of him. So his whenever possible is all the time. So he's just gonna keep going. So don't use that. All right, let's see the next one. Right? Okay. What other roles could be used in the DM slot? Okay, right. The DM slot in that tactic or 4-4-2 DM, right? DM. So the DM slot, I would have, okay, for me, I want a role that is, I would have gone with a halfback. Okay, my choices would have been halfback, DM, Segundo Volante on support. Right, so DM if you want to be safe. If you want to be safe, right? You're not sure, go DM first. Okay. The role to avoid, like the plague, is anchorman. You don't want an anchorman. Especially when there's so much space. You need the guy to move around. You want an anchorman because he tends to stick, right? So you don't want an anchorman. So the roles that could have worked there was halfback, DM, Regista, Segundo Volante. But the question is not just the roles. That's why you can have 4 roles, right? Ultimately, if you don't have the player for it, then you can't play it. That's the thing. So we have a play with high anticipation. So that's why I went for that guy. Yeah. The Volante at DLP is a nice one. So halfback and Segundo Volante is also another nice one. I like halfback, Segundo Volante, the double DM, right? Halfback, Segundo Volante, Register Volante on attack. Okay, so we got the first one done. So let's look at the second tactic. These are diamonds, so we're going to try the diamond out. Okay. Diamond, immediately you look at this player. And the thing about this diamond is, I've done this tactic before already. So forget it. Oops, got a previous show. Okay, I've done that. So I'm not going to do that again. I've seen the tactic before. We've done it so many times. That tactic, I've seen it so many times on the show. Okay, come in here. Okay, let's see what other tactics we have. Okay, we're gonna close this. Okay, no more tactics now. So I'm gonna close the request as well. So we won't be accepting anymore after this. Okay, we see. Okay, we're gonna have what's this? FMF, 1 FM file, 2 FM files. Wow, we got 2 files. Okay, so we got these 3 tactics first. Oh, Denmark, we got 2. We got a tactic as well as the save. So I don't know. That's a bit. We probably won't be able to do both. Okay, we're gonna do Peter Massey's tactic after this. All right. So let's try this tactic first. Oh, this is gonna be fun. We're gonna be playing as Galatasaray, trying to make changes on the fly, man. I always like 4-4-2s with fullbacks. I don't know. I just like it. I think it's a lot better than using the wingback. I get a lot more options with a 4-4-2 with 4-4-2 with fullbacks instead of 4-4-2 with wingbacks. Again, we'll play this tactic as we go, and then we'll discuss right now. I'll make changes along the way. Hey, Medovic, how are you, man? All right. So okay, first up, let's look at this tactic. My first thing is I see ball winning midfielder on defense. Okay, he's gonna aggressively patrol this area where you got a wide midfielder. This works, right? This combination actually works. It's not a bad combination. Wingback attack, wide midfielder, that's not too bad. Winger, fullback, this is bulk basic safe. This is what I call a safe tactic, right? You can use it away from home and, it's just a basic high counter-attacking tactic. Okay, we got Yoga of all the people here. I don't want to use you. We're going to use a defender again. A central defender. Come on. Don't we have any central defenders for this game? I'm like looking for a central defender right now. I'm like, where are my central defenders suddenly in this save? I want to use Tango in midfield, man. This guy is an absolute hero. Bella Kotchap and Yoga and Tomiyasu. Oh, Tomiyasu can come here. Okay, we solved the problem straight away. Alright, okay. Then we got fullbacks. We've got Aaron Hickey. We got Chamberlain. We got Bogard. And we got a name like Bogard. Yeah, the only problem with this guy is composure. So we have to pay a lot of attention to him during transitions. Alright. This guy, when you have a fullback with poor composure, you just, especially when you are camping in an opponent's half, you want to be very careful of those guys. Okay, camera winger, we're not going to use it. I'm going to use this guy again. Tangoy Nyanju. Alright, now this is going to be interesting, right? We're playing him out of position. Completely out of position, right? So this guy has never played as a central midfielder before. Now, there's going to be a bit of a price to pay because he's going to make mistakes. But according to the attributes, you should be able to do this role quite well. Okay. Now, box-to-box midfielder, first thing you look for is off the ball. Second thing you look for is positioning. These are the two attributes you want. Okay, that guy is a complete failure. And he dictates tempo. His reading of the game is fantastic. Okay. In fact, we could actually use him as a ball-winning midfielder. He's got good aggression, anticipation, balance. He's got tackling and marking. Why am I being so idiotic? Just use him. I don't know. Maybe I was just trying to use this guy for everything. Okay. Now let's look at the central midfielders. We got Kamavinga, who's got this rocket from the edge of the box. He's brilliant for corners because and indirect wide free kicks, right? He's always going to score you goals. I don't know why, even though his long shots is only 12. We got Tonali, Mr. Box to box. Why? Because his off the ball is only 10. This is where we want gets into opposition area, so we can't use him. Nope, not enough. Let's look for another player. All the players. Kamavinga again. Okay, I think we're gonna use you. Okay, we're gonna use Kamavinga instead. Alright. Tonali, we can't play with him. Right? Although he's got all this, tries long reach passes, he might be his off the ball is a bit suspect. Right, so that's the problem with his off the ball. But we could actually put him here in wide midfielder position. Okay, we put him here, right? He's got killer balls, dictates tempo, tries long range passes. Guess who he wants to try and unlock? This player. Plus, you got both of them together, so it's good. All right, now let's look at the right wing. Okay, right wing. This winger support, you just need work rate. All right, the normal things that we look for in a player here. Colado, what's your work rate? 7. Good luck to you. We're not using you. Castrovilli, man, you're a man for all occasions. He's a man for all occasions. Okay, Castro. I'm being lazy. I'm just gonna put you here. Okay. All right. Vignato, you'll be on the bench. Kamara, Geiger, Hickey. Man, every time I see the guy's name, right, Hickey, I always think of all the wonderful things that girls have done to men over the years. Okay. Velotti and Holozak. Okay, I don't know who you are, but okay, we'll have you here. But I want to bring this, what's his name again? Vignato. Because we don't have another MR. You always want to have, okay, Subanov placed on the left. Okay, you're out. Okay, so we're going to take Vignato, put him here. All right, done. We're going to save the game. And then we're going to start. AZ Alkmaar and Eredivisie series are the worst we hit early crosses. I had such a hard time against them in the first season. Really? You're fasting? Oh, I hope you're fast. I hope fasting is a bit rough, oh man. Yeah, it's the first week, right? The first week is the toughest week. The first few days, my goodness. Yeah, I know. I won't talk about food on the stream. Out of due respect. I hope you've had a good fasting one, and I hope you managed to get all the things you want to do. You do all the things you want to do. Okay, we're gonna. Right out of the gate, I'm not going to do this. Okay, this is quite expensive. We're not going to do it. It's too dangerous. I'd rather just go this, get stuck in. Okay, so we don't use the tight marking. Because if you use tight marking with higher line of engagement, especially in a 4-4-2, your players might go MIA, right? They might get skinned, they'll be too close to another player, and they'll lose the ball. So this tactic, we just want to be very careful. And then we'll just look at the 2D classic screen again. So what are we looking for? We're looking for build-up play, right? Ball starts must always lead to a shot on goal. If it fails here, it's still fine. If it fails here, if you get like your build-up play started from here and then it failed over here, something's wrong with your tactic. It needs to be fixed. It's time to break the fast. Hey, man, that's nice. Speaking of which, my food I ordered just now, is all downstairs, waiting for me. But I don't fast, of course. I mean, I should be fasting right now for health reasons. Not too bad. Let's speed it up, right? It's getting a bit full too slow for me. Okay. Tactics, set pieces, corners. Okay. All right. This is not too bad. Okay. Attack. Okay. Okay. This striker taking corner routines. Put this guy here. Okay. MR striker. Put here. Okay. Done. Left. Long is a waste of time, man. Don't do this, right? So it's a complete waste of time. Yeah, just do it like this, right? SBI is, you know what this means? Stay back if needed. Okay, so we don't want that. So we don't want any stay back if needed. Set piece takers. Who are the set piece takers? We've got these guys. Castrovilli. I don't know who these guys are. One of them is a striker. Okay. Oh no. Do you want to discard changes? No. Confirm, right? Set piece takers. Set piece corners. I don't know how this is going. It should work. Okay, so we're gonna go short on this side, and we're gonna go short on the other side. Right, just one short and short. The reason why I prefer short routines is almost 8 in KL. Yeah, it is, right? The reason why I prefer short, right, is very simple. Okay, you're in KL. I never knew that, man. I never knew that you were. And all those times you were doing draft mode matches, you were up until 3-4 o'clock with me. Oh man, I didn't know. Okay, see this? Something is wrong with our set piece routine. Somewhere along the way, something didn't stick. Why did he come out? Stay back. Maybe it's still okay. Yeah, man, I thought Emodovic was from somewhere else. Oh, look at that. Look at the goal. All we needed to do, tweak and it'll take 1-2, buckle my shoe and we're fine. Remember what I said earlier before the stream started? When we started this tactic, what did I say about Tonali? Say fullback, Tomiyasu. Comes to Tonali. You want a player there who can pick the pass, right? So this guy, you can play anybody there. Right, as long as he's got good passing, that's fine. Ooh, what a ball. What a ball. Okay, we got Castrelli. Yeah, look at this, man. Out to Kamavinga. Second goal. Man, this 4-4-2 is good. You just have to... I tell you, Football Manager is all about... You don't have to make major changes. This is one of the reasons why I say a lot of your tactics out there are really good. All we need to do is try and fit the right player into that position. That's it. If you can think of the right player playing in the position 9 times out of 10, you'll be fine. And of course, sometimes, right, you get these sides that aren't good enough, right? Like you get a lower league side, then of course you'll be struggling. Because honestly, I don't really play 4-4-2s with like if it's a lower league team. I'll play a 4-4-2 DM most of the time because pulling off a 4-4-2 with a lower league team is a lot harder because you don't have those kind of players. So this guy's dribbling is 17. That's why I put him there. See this guy? He's got dribbling. Right? First up, he's got 70 for dribbling. Move into channels. Gets forward whenever possible. So support, right? Knocks pass before, likes ball to. This guy's a dribbler all the way. He just, when he gets the ball, he's just gonna take people on. Right, so we play a short corner routine. So even though we lose the ball, we still are okay. Look at that, guys. We just sit down. Can we just have coffee and tea? Let's have a drink, yeah. Enjoy the game. Because that's all I have to do now. This tactic is so good. Your short throws are also phenomenal. This is the reason why I tell everybody. All these long throws, so-called exploits that you see people do, even the FM streamer showdown, right? It's like all complaining about a bloody long throw. I mean, nobody is using a short throw. If I were to use short throws in the FM streamer showdown, I'll be in the final without even trying too hard. No. Don't bother with long throws, man. Don't be a loser. The set pieces are so easy to set up in this game, which is the reason why SI is really hard at work at changing a set piece creator right now. You don't need to, there's not a lot of effort needed for set pieces. See, 4-4-2, so nice. Look at that. All we have to do, look at your wing back. There, done. We are smoking Galatasaray, man, this game. Yeah. I like this tactic. It's very nice. We are smoking Galatasaray. There's no chance. Look at that. Okay, now we see what happens when we change players, right? Okay, now we're gonna take off all the players that we know are supposed to be for this tactic and put in the rest. Vignato, come in. Where are we gonna put him? You can play right and left. Okay, let's go in. Now we got this guy who I didn't want to start the game with. Tackling is fine. Okay, he's actually quite good as well. Yeah, cuts inside from both wings. Bloody hell, it's not much different. Okay, let's take him off and put in somebody else. Bogart, Castrovilli, Tomiyasu. This guy's got a long pass. And then Kamavinga, Lozak, the striker went wide. And they build up play so nicely. Mendy out. Very nice. Yeah, the set piece creator is, as I do know, the set piece creator needs a lot of work, right? So every time you see things happen in the game and we go like, oh, you know, we complain about set pieces. I know that they are hard at work changing the set piece creator. Guys, we don't need to, we can have a discussion right now, right? We don't have to do anything else, okay? Done. Tactic is brilliant. Let's just smile, have a coke and a smile, man. Look at that. Boom. Come 2 attack duties in front of 4-4-2 if you have the team for it. Okay. 1 support, 1 attack. Then you get a lot of build-up play. Then you need a lot of good movement off the ball in your players. But it's still a very good option because then you get a lot of movement then, but it might not really work against teams that are camping a lot, right? So you also, but this tactic is built like it's got option A, option B. It's got route A, route B, and route C to go. So it's fine. The only thing that will spoil this tactic is tight marking. Don't use tight marking. Okay, what else can we do, right? If let's say I was facing a team that's really tough, now I see some annoying things happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tight on this guy, tight on this guy, tight on this guy. I'll close this guy down when he has the ball. I'll close this guy down. I'll hard tackle the living daylights out of this guy. Hard tackle living daylights out of this guy. And hard tackle the living daylights out of this guy. Okay. So basically, now we're just going to apply a lot of pressure in the center. Okay. And we're going to make sure that their wingers don't get the ball. Okay, now we're going to take this guy off. We're going to put in somebody else. Anybody else? Who can we put in? Who is this guy? Belak. He's a striker. Right foot. Okay. I just put him here. Okay. Yep. Because if you have done a really good overload, yeah. What midfielder keeps getting a lot of chances. If you do the right overloads, you can definitely create those kind of chances. Oh, this is a short free kick. So far, so good. Smiling all the way to the bank. We don't have scoff in this game. We have scoff in this game. We have buried those chances. But a lot of the chances in this game are tougher, right? The chances that we created aren't all great, easy to finish chances as compared to the first game. Alright, so we're getting a lot of these shots from outside the box. A lot of the goals that were scored in this game are like individual brilliant goals, right? We have a second identical goal. It's identical to the first one. Mendy again, fullback. Hits it on to this player and first times it into the box. Short. Yep. Too easy can peasy. Too easy can peasy. So, this second tactic that we receive, Dave's dodgy. It's not dodgy 4-4-2. The only reason why it's a dodgy 4-4-2 is because you had tighter marking on. Right. When you have tighter marking, you see, this is what I call when we didn't change any of the PIs, right? This is when less is good kind of setup. And all it is counter. Nothing else. We didn't what did you see me do with this tactic? I think I changed maybe, I can't even remember. It was more like, finding the right players for the right roles. That's it. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we got a few more. We got all these to look at now. All right, so back to the main screen while I load all the tactics. We're gonna have a Coke and a smile while I do that. We got these 3 tactics. Copy them and then we'll put them into this folder. Sometimes honestly, right, those 2 tactics that I just saw with the tweaks that I made, right? Honestly, I might even use them in my own save. Because some of it's like, your tactics are not bad. So I'm not going to sit down here and say the tactic was bad, man. It's not too bad at all. Load. Kind of proud of the community that we have. You guys are coming up with some really sweet looking tactics. Okay, your favorite Liverpool... man, Muli, I tell you something. I'm going to burn my Liverpool jerseys. Disgrace all these clubs. They should be... I'm hoping that FIFA and UEFA come up with tough sanctions for all these clubs. Really. I hope they come up with sanctions for them. Because I can't really... They make it seem as if they are the ones that came out. It's like the way they're acting is you should be grateful that we are around. That kind of attitude. Hey, we should be allowed to do whatever we want. I'm like, man, screw this, man. Ban the players, managers from participating in the World Cup. That's it. All national team associations gone. That's what I'm hoping for. Then you see how the players react. Can you imagine this? Raheem Sterling suddenly finds out he's out of the England squad. If this becomes official, right, then England, right, FA turns around. I mean, at the end of the day, where are we going to draw the line, right? It'd be interesting because Brazil and Argentina are keeping quiet. Brazil, Argentina, but then affect their club players as well. So a Brazilian player in the European Super League cannot be selected for the national team. So you see what happens? It will affect the players in the bottom line. What are they going to do? Protest? Yeah, that tactic, I prefer this is not too bad. Okay, so we got this tactic, trying to survive the Premiership. I like the way you named your tactic. Okay, target man poacher. Okay, okay, inverted winger on attack. Fullback attack, white playmaker. I think a white playmaker should be here, but this white playmaker is okay, still can work. Inverted winger on attack, fullback on support. This guy's good. Okay, I like this tactic in the sense that what you have basically are 2 two players, right? They're gonna charge into the box. This guy is always gonna be marked, though. That's the only downside, right? So it's always gonna have a player on him. So you really need somebody here who's good in the air. I will when you put poacher roll for position, not really gonna work very well. I'll go advanced forward straight away. That's the thing that I would choose. I will go advanced forward, and then if you play, oh la la, this is not gonna. No wonder you're gonna try to survive in the Premiership. This is like boxing match. Everybody's gonna come hammering you. No, this is not surviving the Premiership. This is hoping that you survive in the Premiership. Okay, this like what happens with this kind of a setup is you're gonna have a lot of shots on goal. But we'll play this and see how we go. Right? Okay. Blah blah blah. This is okay. Trying it, throw it long and distribute to the flanks. Okay, that's fine. This very if you wanted to replicate Peter Schmeichel with Manchester United, right? This is exactly the settings you want for Peter Schmeichel. Just try one of the old 4-4-2s not used for a while. Yeah. Oh, I know the feeling, man. Jahid. Okay, so yeah, you roll out the 4-4-2s. 4-4-2s are, I called it first, right? FM21 was launched. 4-4-2s are just too good in the game. They are way too good. Okay. Our next tactic. I'm gonna take a look at the tactics very quickly. Okay, so then we're gonna hopefully make some changes along the way. Quick pick. We got Hickey. No, we don't want Hickey, but now Tonali is like 100% not looking like he's going to be able to play. But yeah, of course, this show is not going to last an entire season, right? So we can use Tonali until bones break. Okay, Tonali comes in here. We're not going to use Zarate. Where's the... We're going to use this play. Oh, who did we use earlier? We used this guy, right? Okay. Now, who did we use in the last game? So basically a 4-4-2 all over again. Okay. Who did we use in the MC position? Kamavinga and Castrovilli. Okay, so we're going to use the same guys. Come on, Ilian. Let's come and go. Come on, chameleon. You come and go. You come and go. Bloody hell. My wife is probably going to laugh at me. Okay, that's it. Okay, done. We've chosen our players. Hopefully they last. Okay, Sandro Tonali. Is it true Spurs? Yeah, Spurs gave Mourinho the boot, man. They said, thank you for all the fish, Mourinho. You can go back to Porto. You can go back to Portugal. Poor Mourinho is out of a job now. But they have the backing of the players. I think they had a problem. I mean, the players just not there to support him, I guess. Okay, once again, we're looking at 2D Classic. Look at that. Yeah, that's off the kickoff, so you can't really count, right? So set pieces again. How my community is all short. Hey, thank you very much. It's a short community, but be careful who you choose. Set up 1, 2, 3. Okay, it looks all right. Yeah, it looks okay. See the command of the area. Farines went out. Pignato early. Yes, throwing to the flanks, right? Target on support. What did we do? Did we make a change? What we did? I think we did. We don't know. I don't know. Throw it long. Say goalkeeper. The only thing I'm worried about is we went with advanced forward instead of poacher. Yeah. Don't use poacher. Use an advanced forward because it moves into channels. It'll be very, very handy. The only thing I'm worried about is long shots. For this tactic is long shots, because in the Premier League, your problem is going to be long shots, especially when they play with a much lower line of engagement. Right? Players are just going to come in and give you problems. So what you do with this tactic is you have get stuck in now. Okay, you add get stuck into your tactic and you're sorted. What does that do? It just makes sure that your players tackle. So they come in tackle. So you got this guy is really hard tackle. This guy is a hard tackle. Will compress. One other thing that you can do with this tactic is make one of the CDs make him an NCD or a ball playing defender. Then he will also launch balls over the top, because now your tactic has become a launch. Like, you're sitting back to defend and everybody kicks the ball out. Okay, so what else we want to do? Okay, we're gonna play this kind of tactics, right? You gotta go use the Iron Maiden strategy as well. So we want this one, crossing for outpost. Okay, I want to know whether you've got any peculiar things going on. No. Okay, none. There was one time I had a tactic from one of you guys, and you know what? I ended up having a tactic full of swap positions. I had a shock. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to do it old-fashioned, right? So we'll tell him to track the winger on the left. And we'll tell this guy to track the winger on the right. I don't even know whether we're playing a formation like that. Oh yeah, there's no winger. See what I did. There's no winger. Player track the AMR. Only problem with that, you gotta be careful, right? If it pulls him out of position, it gives that just have to pay attention, that's all. AML. Okay, done. Alright. So all you're doing with this tactic is you're not using the I-meter strategy, we're just using the guys to mark those AML, AMR so that they don't become easy options to the pass. Right, so now we come in here. These two have been marked. Now we come into opposition instructions. We add tight marking to this guy. Tight marking to this guy. And tight marking to the lone striker. But this is a shadow striker. Maybe not. Maybe not. So we just leave it alone. Yeah. Because if you tight mark the lone striker, the shadow striker will start scoring goals. Let's see. Did I choose the wrong one? Oh, this guy is correct. AML, he's on the left, right? So he marks right. And then the other guy marks left. Yeah, correct. Not the other way. You have to, the left one marks the right one marks the left. Whoops, that's it. So easy can be easy, man. All right. So we're playing a low block against this team. That's really, really easy. Okay. Now Tonali is a bit, he's not gonna last. So we're gonna have to pick somebody else. Passing vision decisions. That's what we're looking for. Dennis. Passing vision decisions. I guess you can. Or dictates tempo as well. That'll be fine. Okay. No worries, man, Kostis. After this, we're going to look at Peter Master's tactic. Guys, simple. What? Most of the time, most tactics, right? You all have thought, I'm looking at this, I'm going, there's nothing wrong. Ball winning midfielder is going to protect this entire area. This guy is roaming. The only problem is this flank, of course, because this guy is going to go running a lot, right? These two roles are not going to help you. So you might lose the ball. Of course, you can't expect this guy to pop up here. So chances are he's going to have a lot of work to do. All right. So, and you might have to consider coming in with the option to, make substitutions in some games. So you have to pay a lot of attention to this guy. Or the right winger has to be very good at tackling. White playmaker, nice. Okay. Now this guy's a bit more attacking minded, right? So that's okay so far. Yeah, you can watch on TV now. Yeah, it's all set up nicely. Yeah, now I'm just gonna do odd. I don't know who's gonna be substituted next. You're just gonna see what the AI recommends. But now we have a problem, right? Because I'm not controlling the subs anymore. I chose what I think are the perfect kind of players for this system. And once again, this is not my save. This is a community save, right? I have no idea. There's not any. I don't manage this save myself. I just want to try something from the community instead. So your set pieces set up okay. Yeah. You should always be able to generate a chance. Always look at your set pieces to generate this kind of counter-attacking opportunities. If you can, that'll be very solid. That's because, right? He did all that because he's a Brian of the fullback, hit early crosses, focus, play down the left. Play our defense. Is it necessary in a counter-attacking tactic? Not really, you know. But you can leave it. We'll go standard now. We're going to use the flanks a bit more. Alright, we're not going to play our defense anymore. We're going to dribble less. Okay, that's it. Slight change, slight tweak to the tactic. So instead of dribbling a lot like what we just saw, okay, we're telling our players to let the ball do the walk, or let the ball do all the walking. So spend less time dribbling, move the ball down the flanks quickly, and look for opportunities. We got roles like we got the wide playmaker now. We got those roles are gonna be enough. I mean, you got 2 attack duties as well. All right, 1 target man support, 1 advance forward, right? So that should be fine. Okay, we were on okay, now we'll go to key highlights. Okay. Spurs could learn something from West Ham. No, everybody should look at the... What's that coach's name? Shit. Or Jose Mourinho should look at him and ask him for advice. What's his name? Can't remember his name now. What's his name now? What's the manager for West Ham? Forgot his name suddenly. Jose Mourinho and him should sit down, have coffee and tea together. Sheesh. Yeah. So now after this, during matches, all you do is you look at this ratings of players, right? Your tactic is fine. The only reason now we're a bit weaker is because we're making changes to players that honestly, I can't make any more substitutions. Yeah. So, okay, all you do now, more counter-attacking, go target man on attack. That's it. Friend. Both of them on attack duties. This guy, take more risk, mark specific position. That's all we did. Yeah, that's it. It's not too much effort. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I say when you play a 4-4-2, you got to be very, very careful with player selection. That's the only reason. Most of the time, that's one of the main reasons why tactics like that fail. David Moyes. You're right. David Mr. Moyes. Exacamundo, man. Here's the one. I think after they did the Amazon show, right? Poor thing. Jose Mourinho is never going to do another Amazon show again. Ever again. Oh, we conceded 2 more goals at the end. We haven't even been bothering, right? But I think you guys got the idea behind this tactic. I mean, we just stopped watching the game after a while. So what you want to make sure is you choose the right players. See how important that is? You don't have the right players for your tactic, you always struggle. Yeah. Okay, now we got other tactics to look at. Okay, so let's pop out this. We got 3 more. Puppy power. Okay. Load. Whose tactic is this? We've just done. We do the asymmetric tactic. No, we use this tactic. Okay. Yo. This is a... Okay, we'll play this tactic and I'm just going to go this. Right? This is asking for a lot from my team. If it's asking a lot from my team, it's going to ask a lot from a lot of people's teams. This is not a safe tactic. Try to avoid using roles like Mazzala and Carrello in the center of a 4-4-2. Just avoid it. Because it makes it a lot harder for you because the burden on the DLP just goes. You then have to start thinking about, oh, my DLP has to be very good, or the defender now has to be very good. So you're gonna have to start thinking along those lines. So always make sure that I would recommend not using a Mazzala and a Carrero. The only time you look at Mazzala and Carrero for most 4-4-2s is going to be the 4-4-2 diamond, right? Or 4-3-1-2. That's when you use a Mazzala. But don't use him in a 4-4-2. Unless you start becoming very creative with other roles and duties around there. But looking at this tactic, Maz on attack, white midfield on attack. Then you got to think about where to sit narrow. Okay, that's exactly what I was looking for. Then you got a fullback on defense, ball playing defense. On defense. Then you're just hoping for this guy. Then where your crosses coming in? More direct passes. You're hoping that this guy dinks one ball over the top. Okay. Then you got ball play. So basically, you got this whole bunch of players, and you want this guy to hopefully end up in the winger's position, right? That's what you're trying to do. So this guy has to gets further forward. Then this role. So basically, you got dingers, and you're aiming everything into this pocket. So what do you want from this player is holding position with a lot of anticipation. So we only have one player for the job. Where is he? We only have one player for this job. He's going to be out. He's out of position. So only one player. Highest anticipation is going to be here. Then for this Mazzala role, flair and everything else. Okay, so we need a player with good flair. Niklos Ayoga. He's got flair by tackling. No, it's not that good enough. Who else have we got? Oh man, we're running out of potentials for this match. Camavinga needs a rest, but hey man, you know, such is life. You got no choice, man. You gotta play. There's no rest for the wicked on this channel. Okay, Tonali is white midfielder, that's 5. Ignato is white playmaker, that's interesting. Passing, vision, decisions, tries, tricks, yeah, he can probably do that. Bella Kotchap is picked up COVID-19, so he can't be playing. So we're gonna have to play somebody who's got no COVID situation on him. Tomiyasu and which are the other defenders we got? Man, I wish I could see jumping reach. Straight away, okay, we got you. Bravery 8. I got no choice, man. It's either him or Chamberlain. Chamberlain's bravery is 8. Okay, his concentration is worse. So put you here. So this is everybody, even the Mac, they're going like, no, you can't use him. Satori, defender center right, refrains from long shots. Positioning 11. Gee, Lord, I've gone right to the bottom of the barrel for this guy. Oh. The reason why is because we have a problem with our goalkeeper, right? Our goalkeeper isn't the best in the world, right? So, in the air, his aerial reach is pathetic. So, we definitely need players with jumping reach. Otherwise, we have a problem with handling set pieces. Okay, so guys, next week, what tactic do you want to see? What tactic do you guys want to see next week? Right? So, we got these players. So, I had to go with Kamavinga. Then Nianjo, no choice. Oh, sorry. Highest anticipation. I thought it was Nianjo. Somebody else? Oops. We got the wrong player. We're looking for somebody with the highest anticipation. Who was it? Okay, go squad. Import view. Support view. Bang. Anticipation. Who was the one with 17? Or this guy? So you come and play here. Alright. Alright, who's got the best vision? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Creators. Vision. Okay, this guy's got 16, 17, 16. Okay, done. All right. Belotti and Hozek. DLF on attack. This DLF on attack holds up the ball. For who? That's the question now. We're doing Wolves. Yeah, that's interesting. That'll be good, man. Wolves. Okay, so what tactic do you guys want to see? Fans cannot go to matches or buy tests, always the bottom line. Yeah, correct, exactly. Yeah, give me a tactic, man. What are we going to create next Monday? Okay, let's go. This tactic has got some fundamental issues. So we'll play out a few of them, a few minutes, and then we'll see how it goes. All right, let's go, man. Once again, player selection is very important. Mazzala is going to go this way. So he's going to leave a pocket of space. So this is the reason why we chose to play with very good anticipation and a defensive mind to play beside him. That is a DLF on attack. He holds up the ball. Alright, so he's going to get others into play. So you're going to spend a lot of time. And you have to be comfortable picking players with good off the ball movement, composure, balance in the final third. Alright, so looking at this tactic alone, which will play out for a while. I mean, these all look not bad, right? Again, we gave away the ball so easily. And the problem right now is we're not controlling this match at all, right? So we're spending a lot of time defending. This block, I'll use a tighter marking. Balance, we're going to change the passing to slightly more direct and tempo to be standard. And we're going to go to low crosses, we're going to dribble less. Okay. And remove this from the keeper. We got DLF attack, Mazzala going this way. We're going to turn this guy into support. So he drops a lot more and holds up the ball. We got wide playmaker. He's going to dink one across to this side. So I'm going to tell him to cross. Oh, sorry. We can't tell him. We can tell inverted wingback. I didn't even notice this. Inverted wingback coming into this pocket. Okay. Inverted wingback coming in here makes more sense. But okay, this is still okay. I'll turn this guy into a roaming playmaker. Alright, now a roaming playmaker, inverted wingback with a lot more love. Okay, that's it. I want to have a roaming playmaker instead of what you call it, the DLP. DLP holds his position, so you got inverted wingback coming in and another role that's holding his position in front of him. So instead, what you want is a role that doesn't hold his position, so you don't get two players in the same position, right? So now the two roles will work in concert, in tandem together. So you don't use the inverted wingback behind a hold's position, unless the hold's position gets further forward, right? Whenever possible. Yeah, the main issue is also the Mazzala, because Mazzala is gonna, dinky off from the middle, right? So another thing that you can do here is you can choose something like even a central midfielder on attack isn't that bad. He goes this way, but now if the central midfielder goes on attack, what does this guy do? I'll just go inverted wingback support. Okay, so now this guy comes in here. You got wide playmaker, although it's just I just don't get it here. What is he gonna do? So we ask him to overlap, give him more things to do. Essentially, now he's got space. He's gonna go around Tonali. Okay. So I don't know what players you have now. You have to use a player that is got pretty good he can play. You want a wing back that can also play as a DM in that position. Okay. Did okay, got all the way there. So now we're getting a bit more. Okay, so I'm going to take a bit more chances. So focus play down the right, going this way. But when you focus play down the right, you want, okay, we could just gonna forget this rule. Can we just go inverted wing on attack? And then we're gonna turn this into like a box to box on support, right? So now we got a player that might end up in the box along with this guy. Then we're gonna go back to playing just a fullback on support. Yeah, this can work. Okay. So now I've got a wide midfielder that can attack the box. Because we don't want, you don't want to play in the center to vacate unless there's another role that can handle it. Can handle the space there, right? You can step in and take over the space. Otherwise, you're gonna have issues. Okay, so now we're gonna jump straight to key highlights. Yep, fixed. Do you fancy a roaming playmaker and a trequartista? I like roaming in the center of a 4-2-3-1. If I play, you can play a roaming playmaker with a box-to-box midfielder. 4-2-3-1 is pretty solid. Yeah, but you need once again, you can play roaming playmaker. You just need the if you don't have a player that can you don't have two very good central midfielders, you're gonna struggle. That's all. Yeah, make sure that they can both tackle. Yeah. And I think, yeah, we didn't have to change too much. I mean, we did change quite a fair bit in terms of roles and duties, but you see what now your tactics just changed. A box to box, roaming playmaker, inverted winger, DLF coming this way, AF this way, wide playmaker now. He's got two targets for the box. Fullback support comes up to here, that's all. And then what do we do? Direct passing, focus play, because we got a wide playmaker here. These two playmakers. Basically, along with this tree, they were just going to create a very, very solid overload on the right side for the left side to take advantage of. Yeah, so you get a lot of punch in the tactic, no? Okay, these two guys, bang. DLF on support just holds out the ball. That one fails, we get everybody into play. Then these three guys together are going to unlock this side. So you get a lot of dynamics in your attack. So if it doesn't work, then the higher up they go, the more dangerous they get when they start camping. So what do we do now? Do we have players that need to be taken off? Okay. Now basically the whole attacking group, so we just won't bother. Okay, so we've done all this. We got key highlights and just watching the whole game now. Yeah. Okay. If it sits and defends, but probably when you have the fullback sitting and defending, right, you don't get any other options in your tactic. You got kind of like, well, what you can do is you can tell a fullback on defense to, you can put now what I'm going to suggest doesn't make any. You will probably start going, oh no, this doesn't make any sense. Fullback on defense when they overload. Overlap down the left flank. Now you're gonna get more confused. Why does it want to overlap? Because they're trying to raise the mentality. So instead of just raising him, why do you just do it and put him on fullback on support, right? So yeah. So now he does a natural overlap. And you don't get the tactic slowing down like the guy, the white midfielder now, or the inverted winger now slowing down. Look at these options now. So all we did was just tweak the tactic, give you more options, right? And we get a lot of other attacking options. Now pity that one, the guy got into a was offside. Both our strikers banged in the goals. Yo, that's nice. All right, so we've done all three tactics. Now we only have the save. Oh, we got two saves. My goodness, this is gonna be fun. Okay, well, okay, we're gonna pick. I'll pick both, but next time we'll just do one. Oh, there's too many saves, man, after that. Okay. All right. We've done all of them. Okay, we're going to save the game. This is going to be a fun project. Liam Flanagan. This is a random save from somebody else, and it's becoming a streaming show. So far, not bad. Huh? I won't show you the results. We haven't done too badly. So today's streams, all your tactics, we've done okay, man. We've done okay. All right, let's add the I've got to download everything and put it somewhere. Yeah, the downloads. Hey, this doesn't sound right. Why didn't it come in? Yep, I didn't download those two files. You're off to get your first professional haircut since lockdown. Oh man, have a good one, man. Will roaming playmaker with Segundo Volante work in a 4-4-2? Yeah, definitely. Just make sure the roaming playmaker is good defensively. That's it, and you're sorted. 100% can work. It's always going to be the choice of players, right? Whether you have the, whether or not you have gotten the right players. That's all. At the end of the day, yeah. Which is what we've just seen on today's show. Right, we've got a lot of players, right? New players, new tactics I've never seen before, and at the end of the day, it's just a question of whether we got the right players. Done. Okay, now let's take a look at the saves. Load game, documents, sports interactive. Okay, next one. Okay, so guys, what's formation we're gonna see? Has 4-3-3 been done yet? No, not yet. We got basically a 3-4-3 and a 4-3-3. So once you guys choose, we should be ready to go. Okay. Low game. We got your save, Crystal Palace. Wait, what's going on here? It's processing. My God, what is this? Is this an online game? I don't know how to get into this game, man. I'm sorry, I can't get into this save. There's no way. Okay, so yep. So we're gonna go to the next save. All right. Using an online evil person. Send me an online save from your friends. Don't do that. Okay, we got this tactic. 4-4-2. Target man, advanced. Well, I don't know who these players are, right? So I don't even know. You're what, newly promoted side against the odds. Oh, this will be tough. Okay. Unachu, what's his target man? Acceleration 9. Support. I mean, I might as well just put you on attack, brother. You don't ever come back. Game, we don't need you to come back. Don't need you to come back. Just stay forward for your entire life. Okay. All right, we gotta check. This is what I'm gonna do, right? Because you're battling against. Don't go if you're battling against relegation. Don't try to be a hero. Don't be a hero. Don't be a hero, right? Just be safe. Don't be a hero. Without even looking at your players, this is what I'm going to do. Okay. Without even looking at your players, this is what we're going to do. All right. Ball winning midfielder is fine. Box is a box now. We got to go deep line playmakers. So hold his position. Okay, I don't know who your players are. Quick pick. That's it. We got to play their first game. And then we got to tweak it along the way. All right. Now, we're going to do a fairly wide. We'll see. We'll see how they do. Standard, dribble less. Okay. Throw it long. No. Okay, throw it long is fine. Regroup, counter. Yes, fine. Much lower line engagement. Standard. We're going to do this. Get stuck in. Done. Do you have any funny PIs? TIs? Cross same target man? No. Remove all this. Remove all your PIs and TIs. Remove everything. Keep it simple. Okay, done. Sweeper keeper, we don't need to defend. Put him on support. I don't know your sweeper keeper from anybody. Alright, now looking at your attack. What else can I do? Okay, maybe I'll just want to make one side a bit more attacking than the other. Alright, so I'll just turn you into an inverted winger on attack. Okay. Alright. You, I'll turn into a fullback on support. Okay, just that. Okay, you, I'll turn into a ball winning midfielder on defend. Okay, so you two anchor, and then we just try and see whether we can survive. Okay. Focus, no focus. Let's remove all that. Alright. Mix. Triple less. Play for set pieces since you're underdog. Okay. Not because of anything else, but underdog. Okay, corners, striker. What's your acceleration? 15. What's your acceleration? 14. What's your acceleration? 16, dear Lord. Jumping reach? 14. Okay. Let's see if we got any other players to jumping reach first. Jumping reach 16. We'll put it here, man. Okay. You got 2 jumping reach 16. Okay. They are jumping reach. Very high. Okay, so DL. Okay. Okay. You. Edge of area. You. Edge of area. Okay. Oh, too many man marking. Too many guys man marking. Okay, I'll just the two of you be man marking. You go back. You come here. You go back. Okay. The thing is about tactics is this, right? You don't want to make it too unbalanced, right? So you want this guy to be on the side. especially if it's a corner coming from the right side. So you know, make some, like, they don't have to swap positions too much. Like this guy and this guy, they don't have to swap anymore. Then I got this two. I'll pop them around, so they don't have to swap position, because it actually will swap positions, FYI. Right? So you want to make sure everybody's in the right positions. So this is fine, right? So in fact, this go back and go back, right? So these, or in fact, you want one of them to be man marking. I wanted both these guys man marking. Okay, done. Okay, done. So they both man marking. Go, Mr. Go back. Come here. Okay. Go back. Man mark. Done. All right. Okay. Okay, done. Okay, this is now as best as I can make it. So we're not gonna use. I'm not gonna test the other side. So okay, this is okay. Never ever have SBI. Okay, it's a waste of space. Don't ever bother. No matter what guide you've read out there, what any other streamer, what any other creator has said, never use it. It's a waste of space. Okay, a complete waste of space. And your underdog, never do this as well. Don't do this. You're wasting. Because whenever you do, you only have one outcome. Either you win the header or you score a goal, right? So what you do is, okay, we go and look at your corner set piece takers. Okay, just remove all. I'm going to remove all of them. Okay, set piece takers, all you got to do is make sure that you find at least one who's got a good cross on him, right? So, attacking corners, right? So you got one guy who's got a good corner routine, or at least crossing. So in all, your best 11 apparently. So we're looking at best 11 right now. Crossing, we've got, who's this? Marco Verratti. Oh no, you can't play him. He's too slow. It's like a pregnant ox in a flooded river. They'll never get anywhere. Okay, so okay, these are your best options. So based on this one, I'll just go this guy. One. I'm just going to make it very simple. ML, MR. Okay? We just keep it simple. There's nothing else. We're not going to make it complicated, right? So these two are always going to be taking your corner routines. That's it. Okay? Nobody else. All right. So now you got your corner routines. You know ML, MR always, right? So we put ML and then we put MR here. That's it. Simple. ML, put MR here. Okay? Then take this guy, put him here. Done. Sorted. Now, we want to give this tactic a bit of variety. Okay, so we can ask this guy to attack from the edge of the area. We can put this guy here. We can keep the ball now. Even if we lose the ball, we'll keep the ball. Striker, attacking edge. Okay, fine. Now we set our corner routines all to mixed. Yeah, mixed. So we give it. This is mixed because you got all the options in one setup, right? All the options now in one setup. So what will happen is you have a shot. Shot is covered. Penalty area is covered with this guy coming in, and near and far post is covered. So all done. This is a perfect mixed routine already. Okay. All right. Now tactics wise, well, this is we're looking at your players, right? Okay. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm just gonna play. We'll tweak along the way, but this is enough. In our community, right? You all have to think about joining our Discord if you get a chance to. We have this hot potato challenge where everybody that buys to take part, they have to play a different tactic every month in the game. All right. Without looking, I didn't see any players. Hopefully, yeah, we're fine. Short throw-ins, nice. Okay. Yeah. Exactly what we wanted to see. Simple football. Okay. Okay, whereas we have wide midfielder, fullback here, ball winning midfielder. Done. Okay. That was a free kick. But he's offside. Okay. So this version of the tactic is a bit more attacking, right? It's a bit more attacking because we're using one inverted winger. So all I'm going to do in this tactic is I'm going to pay attention to the left flank, right? If our left flank gets exposed, that means I see my fullback picking up yellow cards, whatever. This guy immediately gets changed to wide midfielder, and this guy and the player behind him becomes a wingback. So we're gonna pay attention to this flank. Yep, he's a bit vulnerable. Looking a bit vulnerable, but so far, yeah, he's looking a bit vulnerable. So we'll go with a wide midfielder on support, and then we'll play we can go wing back on attack. We're gonna try this. Oh, I won't. I'll go fullback on attack. Fullback on attack. So we become cross heavy. Now we're gonna become a cross heavy tactic. Instead of like, you know, earlier it was wrong. I made a mistake. I should have started the game with wide midfielder on support and inverted winger. It should have been fullback. My bad. Sorry. Getting a bit late here. Okay, so we're just gonna keep things simple. All we're hoping for is just to defend the space and then hit one over the top. But still, for a team that's pushing its weight against teams much better, I still recommend a 4-4-2 DM, not a 4-4-2. If you want to play a 4-4-2, it's a lot more challenging. It's fun, but it's a lot more challenging. You gotta spend a lot of time finding those two midfielders in your team. I see. What are they playing anyway? They're playing a 4-2-3-1. Challenging. Okay. See, now you get options, right? So your players, we're getting a lot more cover now. And the thing is, our team can't do direct passing very well. So we're gonna have to change. We gotta try and keep the ball a bit more. Drop. I mean, this is fine. We just drop it down to this. Okay. $6.4. Yeah, so far. Your throwing routines need work, man. I haven't looked at your throwing. There's something wrong with the throwing routines as well. There's something about the throwing routines that's not right. How did he lose the ball so easily? Don't mark. Don't bother marking. This guy, it shouldn't be MCR. It should be the ML. Okay, your 4-4-2, right? If it's a 4-4-2, it should be the MR or the ML. Okay, it's a bit. The tactic has got a few problems because you got to think about the players when they're taking the set pieces. Who is good, who is where, so they don't. If you lose the ball, you don't end up like everybody's out of position when they get the ball. So that's another thing that you have to change. A lot of the mistakes I see with this tactic is when you're on underdog side, right? Even the set piece, who's standing in the set piece area is very important because when they lose the ball after the set piece, you don't want them swapping positions. You want them in the correct positions when they have to defend. Okay. So far is not too bad. So far is not too bad. Okay. Is the mistakes, okay, do you know that when your set pieces aren't perfect, right, when the game calculates all its variables as to what kind of results you're going to have, those things are also factored in. So you got to make sure that you have thinking about, okay, when I'm attacking the corner routine, should I have my left winger or my right winger attacking from the left side? Right. So if you have like a throw-in routine, right, especially a throw-in routine, right, it makes more sense that the guy attacking the goal on the left side is a left-sided player, not a right-sided player, right? So these are small little things that definitely will affect your tactic. All right, so what are we doing for next week's show? Oh man, the tactics, the handling for the keeper isn't good. What's his handling? 12, aerial reach, command of area. Mistake. The keeper made a mistake in handling. That's all. When you want to play a 4-4-2, you also have to ask yourself whether your keeper can do those kind of passes. Oh man, we're gonna drop all the way now. You can play fullback. Fullback attack is better. Then these guys are gonna dink one over the top. Yeah, keeper is having a nightmare of a game. I think I can do, man. But could have been slightly better, the performance. Yeah. Throw-in routines needed a bit work. That's the throw-in routines. But I think getting off to something like this is a bit more easier for you to pull it off. Of course, you want to make it even easier. But this means that you got target man on support. But then somebody else has to come in and, play off him, right? This is the reason why I went target man on attack. Might as well just put him as the target man on attack, and hopefully between the two of them, they can score goals for you. So away from home. But we are a bit more defensively solid, right? We've only had to face 5 shots on target, 1.64 out of the 11 shots. We had 3 chances and a 0.64 XG, which is okay, man. That's about 0.2 for each chance. Still pretty good. So we did okay. We just had a bit of a bumble with the keeper. But once again, right, I was trying to change tactics along the way. So this tactic is going to be very hard because it's just way too complicated at the moment for your team. These guys will attack the space. So I would change it the way we set it up on the show just now. Okay, guys. So I want to thank everybody for coming on today's show. Well, looks like next week's show will be a bit of a surprise. So we'll have to wait and see what that is going to be all about. So thank you, everyone, for popping on the first ever live stream on this new channel. And I hope you enjoy yourself. So I'm looking forward to catching up with all of you on Wednesday, where we will take a look at some of the stuff I do with training, right? So I'll see you all very, very soon. You guys take care. Have a good one. Stay safe and healthy.